Now, if you've driven through Fluvanna County recently, you might notice it's shining a little bit brighter and is a little spookier. Governor Glenn Youngkin visited Louisa County High School on Wednesday morning, where he toured classrooms and talked with local school leaders and parents about absenteeism in the classroom in Virginia.
Played an instrument?
Played piano.
Oh. Okay.
Stopped very quickly though. Wasn't that great?
Okay.
My little hands couldn't move across the piano very quickly. And she has a new fall collection that's going to be dropping on October 9th. I already warned my mom there might be some credit card charges that we know. We'll take a look at this. From candy corn to Kit Kats, the most coveted treats might be tricks for Halloween depending on the state. And Charlottesville police are investigating an attempted abduction, and the suspect is still on the run.
Remember the little cassette adapter thing?
I wasn't around.
Yeah, it was a thing.
I can take your word. A pest control company is looking for volunteers for a really interesting study that might bug some people out. The company, Pest Informer, says it will pay homeowners $2,500 to release about 100 American cockroaches into their home. All right, now this might be the best story of the day. The next re-recorded album from Taylor Swift's catalog has been announced. Swift revealed that on Wednesday night, 1989, Taylor's version will be released on October 27th. But the football team isn't the only team preparing for an upcoming season. The UVA cheerleaders have been hard at work and accomplishing great things early on in their season. Good morning, Bo and Catherine. Now, for chicken tender enthusiasts like myself, today feels a little bit like Christmas because, like you guys just said, our second Raising Cane's is opening this morning. And exactly how quickly, I just watched two girls come on a run, make a pit stop here, and then they continued on their run in less than about 5 minutes. That's great. So we have this really cool mobile vision clinic behind us, like you just said. So what goes on inside the mobile vision clinic for these students? Coming up on GMC, Charlottesville High School is celebrating their seniors this morning. I'll have a live report from Charlottesville High School at their annual senior sunrise right after weather. Charlottesville police have been making relationships in our community for generations. But 3 officers recently found a way to better those existing and create new relationships through the sport of basketball.
We saw them playing out here. I decided to get out of my car.
What started as a little 2v2 action turned into a competitive and fun way to engage with the community.
I think just building trust within the community, so when we do have to do calls related to our work, it's easier for everybody and we can kind of serve the community the best that they need.
And it's not just about playing in a basketball game. These officers are able to have meaningful conversations with the community they are protecting.
I think it does a good thing for the community. It shows, we're people too, and we like to get out and play basketball and then just engage with the community.
Now, the officers are playing against some really tough competition, but that doesn't stop them from practicing and having fun.
The record's not great. I think a rematch probably would be good.
In the future, Charlottesville police hope to continue doing small things like this to make our community feel protected. And maybe practice some more layups.
I think we're all equal.
So those basketball games take place pretty much every day. So if you'd like to cheer on the players, you guys can go to 11th Street Northwest to pick a little favorite team. It's very, very competitive. I was surprised how into it they were yesterday.
Did you join in and shoot a couple hoops?
My talents lie anywhere else besides on the basketball court.
Right? Yeah.
I was cheering them on. That's where my talents are, yes.
Your talents do not lie in the height department.
No, I am currently standing on a wooden box to make this shot look okay. So
The secret's revealed.
Yes, unfortunately.
Thank you, Brenna.
For kids to see that, there's a teacher on YouTube, there's a teacher on Spotify, my teacher's on Apple Music and things like that.
Mr. Donnelly is making an impact in 5th grade with all of the educational raps he has made.
For kids to see the power of connecting across subjects. So I'm working on writing. How can I write music that also tells a story in what I'm learning in math or in science and things like that?
Students grew up with mnemonics like "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally" and "Never eat soggy waffles." So Donnelly wanted to give his students their own way of remembering the things they are learning in the classroom.
I just kind of wanted to flip it in my way, just a little bit, and add anything that I was thinking rap-wise to connect with kids.
To create the raps, it's really a team effort between Donnelly and his students. They work together to create something that is easy to memorize.
9 out of 10 times I'll take it to my kids and be like, so this is what I have so far. And they will be like, well, let's change this word, let's do this. What if we add this?
And Donnelly's class is working on something new, their order of operations rap.
Next is a step that we must rehearse. It's multiplication or division, whichever comes first, from left to right, like when we read a book.
While creating the raps is fun, Donnelly hopes other teachers can take away the impact music can have in the education world.
I want to kind of blend all of that together so kids see art everywhere. Now I know order of operations. Do you? Beautiful. Good job, guys.
Greene County students took their learning to new heights on a once-in-a-lifetime field trip.
CBS 19's Brenna Kiefner has more about why it was so impactful for these high school students. Brenna, good morning.
Good morning, Bo and Catherine. Now, most students typically go on field trips to a local amusement park or somewhere to relax. But William Monroe High School students got the opportunity to get a first-hand look at all the possibilities the aviation business can give them. William Monroe High School soared to the sky at Dynamic Aviations, where they got the chance to learn all the ins and outs of being in the aviation business.
Middle and high school is a very critical time to make sure that these students are exposed to unique careers they may not have otherwise thought of.
The nonprofit Next Gen Aviators has been hosting these field trips for about 3 years. It's to reach students of all backgrounds, cultures, and those who may not otherwise have the opportunity to see an event like this.
It's wildly important to make sure that these students know that while having a 4-year degree is wildly important, skilled trades is just as valuable for them too.
At the field trip, students learned what makes up a plane, participated in a flight simulator, and concluded with a ride to the sky.
For many of them, this is their first flight ever, so being a part of that experience is so cool.
Being able to have different stations throughout the day and talking to professionals showed students that there's more to aviation than just being a pilot.
They say they want to be a lawyer. Excellent. We need lawyers. FAA versus companies. That's a job for you. And how about you want to be a firefighter? We've got helicopters coming in and out this week trying to fight fires in a helicopter. So that's related to aviation as well.
And William Monroe High School hopes that this field trip inspired some of their students to be in the cockpit one day.
If nothing else, we've given them the opportunity to have an experience they're going to remember for a lifetime.
Okay, Brenda, so the question is, did you give it a try?
So yesterday proved to me that I should just be in the passenger seat from now on. I should not be trusted behind the wheel of a plane. Flew into the trees during the flight simulation. It wasn't my strongest suit.
At least it was a simulation.
I gave it a try. Thank God it was a simulation is what we have to say. But it was really cool, and it was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I mean, how many kids are able to go in a plane for a field trip? I think that was so cool to see.
Yep.
And I think it's a good thing that you learned that now.
Yes, exactly.
And we will never get in a plane if you are behind the wheel.
Yes, exactly.
We'll be talking about more than wildfires this morning.
Yes.
Thanks, Brenna.